Good evening. This is David Lynn, and this is also Coffee Talk, number 206 live stream, 7 p.m. Thursday, May the 2nd, 2024. Joseph Moore, hello. How are you doing? I'm having Folgers coffee with French vanilla creamer. Excellent. Holly Ivans, hello. And Grigorieva, I didn't know Joshua. Looks like we got a drunk in here tonight. Hello, Joshua. Idaho Garden Girl, welcome. Jebelino, welcome. The Bud Files. Welcome. If y'all would, please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. Utah Mike, welcome. Melinda Elliott, welcome. Seven in the house, 6 likes. I'm drinking Folgers. Good coffee. A pod from my Keurig. So I dropped a short a little while ago, and it does not have an image. The thumbnail, it does not have a thumbnail. I don't know how to change a thumbnail or add a thumbnail to a short. I don't know that I can do that. I know how to do it for a live stream. I know how to do it for video, do it for my community post, but I don't know how to do it for a short, and there's no image. There's no thumbnail. So I had loaded this up and selected music, and it's basically pancakes and coffee. Loaded it up, and it had like 5 views and never a thumbnail. So I said, well, let me reload it. So I reloaded it, changed the music, and I deleted the original one with the 5 views. And right now I'm showing that it has 2 views Uh, 2 likes and 2 comments. But still, it's a white, just nothing. No thumbnail. I don't know what's going on. I do not know what's going on. Aggravating is sin. Truly aggravating. You don't like caffeine? You drink decaf, huh? Okay. I can go there. Doesn't give me any stimulant, but it is what it is. So I had a message from Uncle Al. He's in the hospital. He's had some. He has health issues, and he's in the hospital. And he said he would not be here tonight. He was apologizing to me, and we texted each other. He had contacted me about that he was in the hospital. I said, I will pray for you, and I've been praying for him. And I would ask all of you to say a prayer, or when you say your prayers, include a prayer or a health request for Uncle Al for healing. Alan Sato, we're about the same age. He may be a year older than me, I don't know. I think we're within a year of each other. But he's a very good man. Very good man. He gets upset sometimes and goes on his rants, and he speaks it. And I truly enjoy that. Once in a while I'll get a rant going. I'm told, no, you can't say that, you can't talk about that, you can't blah 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 blah. They're gonna ban you, or they're gonna drop your channel, or whatever. And I'm sorry, but I am not going to live in fear of something like that happening. I'm at 1,561 viewers right now. I've been at that level for a couple of days. KP Heathen, greetings. I hope Scott comes on and tells me that he got his goodie box today. He should have received it today. It's Thursday. I sent him tracking, and hopefully received it. 6 pounds 2 ounces a box with all the goodies in it. Hopefully you've seen it. If you have not seen that video, please do so. Right now that video has 32 views from one day ago. 19 likes, 21 comments. I am tired. We finished star testing today. Did the math. Tomorrow I'll have a pizza party for my kids. They want Domino's. So we'll have Domino's pizza and some crazy bread. Lots of stuff going on in the news. Crazy stuff. There's a lot of stuff coming out of that Florida case. The Eileen Cannon is the judge down there. She is a conservative judge, and she's calling BS on a lot of the stuff that's going on in that case, questioning it. They say she might dismiss the case because there's nothing to it. A lot of stuff is coming out in discovery, and a lot of stuff is being released and unredacted. The conspiring and the way that they went about to file these charges to develop a case. Apparently they had a bunch of boxes of Trump stuff, how they got them or whatever, and they contacted Trump and said, we got 15 boxes of your presidential stuff, and he made arrangements for somebody to go and get them and then put them over at Mar-a-Lago, and those are the boxes that they're raising hell about. And this is like a year after he leaves office, supposedly. So it really looks like it's starting. Some of that stuff's starting to come out that it's like a put-up job. Some of the stuff that they really have been conspiring. All the people, these prosecutors going to the White House. These city prosecutors, state prosecutors, and then they're trying to develop felony charges. And they're trying to turn what might be a misdemeanor, if it's a misdemeanor, and trying to link it as a felony charge so they can prosecute it. It's just. And statute of limitations and all this sort of crap. A lot of stuff going on about that. Crazy stuff. And then you've got all these protests going on, and you've got protests and counter protests, and everybody's raising hell, and they're occupying and they're doing damage, and now they're going in and trying to clean them out and charging them. But then they're saying, well, where this is happening at, the prosecutors that are all woke liberals, they won't file any cases. Crazy stuff. Yoda Vintage Cards. Hello, Dave. I ran 2 of Echo's live streams, and the fact of the matter is, I ran them like 2 days ago. I ran a playlist like 2 days ago, the night before last, and I never did get around to leaving comments and likes and comments, to identify that it was me or whatever. So today, I went back and I left comments and likes and full replay, and I did that for like, I run 2 of Melinda Elliott's. Melinda, if you're there. I run 1 of Bert's Beats. I run 2 of Echo's Living My Best Life at 60. And what else or who else did I do? I did Doors G Vlog. I did that for her. And I did for somebody else. I can't remember. But and I'll try to run another playlist tonight and try to put people on. I mentioned earlier that Alan Sato's in the hospital. He contacted me, and I said a prayer for him, and I will include him in my prayers. God bless him. He's got some health issues. Don't we all? But he's got health issues, and you never know when it's your turn to have health issues. Marie Holiday. Hello, Marie. Welcome and thank you for coming. Please leave a like to support the channel. 9 in the house, 10 likes. The next goodie box that I'll be putting out will be Joseph Moore, and then Hillbilly Josh will be after that. And Utah Mike is like third in line, but I'm trying to. I'll be getting to him at some point. Um, what's funny? My wife was hungry, and she's a real finicky eater. So I told her, well, why don't you open up one of the cases of Hormel, the Hormel Completes that I bought. I've been ordering cases that'll have 5 or 6 of the same menu. I had ordered several cases recently, and she couldn't find them. So, well, where are they? I said, I don't know. They came in and I gave them to you. Where'd you put them? So she starts looking around, and we keep the house climate controlled so the temperature doesn't get too hot, doesn't get too cold, doesn't get too hot. And in a closet, one of the closets, it was in a closet there, got a bunch of stuff in the closet. I need to go through it, inventory that stuff's been in there for a long time, but she went and stuck them in a closet. I said, "Oh, there he is. Well, what'd you get?" I said, well, I got a meatloaf and I got a mashed potatoes. She ate 2 of them. Those little Hormel Completes are like 8 ounces. They're in retort pouches. You can microwave them, or you can for a minute, or you can boil them or whatever. Heat them in water, pot of water. And she had 2 of them. Woman's 4'9" and she eats more than I do. I would have ate one with some crackers. I eat a lot of crackers with stuff, saltines. And she ate 2 of them. Well, more power to her. She's been working. Been trying to get ready for a camping trip on the 11th. It'll be a 4-day camping trip out to Coletto Park. Yeah, hopefully everybody's doing well. So, Uncle Al says, grains. You need to get grains. Grain. This was like yesterday or the day before, and he was telling me grain, because like I was talking about beans and rice. Say rice and beans. Like that Dave Ramsey thing. Everybody's eating beans and rice and beans. Cheap. Eating. And nothing wrong with that. And I got a lot of it stored. Long-term storage. So he was saying, grain, you need grains, and I've been telling people, if you don't have a grinder, you need a manual grinder. So I said, Uncle Al, I will get some more oats and store, for long, I'll get some oats, and I'll get some more grain, You need to be able to make flour. You want to make flour, you want to make bread, you need flour. And I've got number 10 cans of that. If I want to make biscuits, or I want to make, whatever, bread, I got number 10 cans, but I don't have enough of it. So I need to buy some buckets. Stuff that'll last for 25 years. So I'm going to order several buckets of probably oats. You can grind that up and make flour with that to make bread. But then also, you can use the oats to make oatmeal. Cook oatmeal. I love oatmeal, and I got tons of it. But also, like, I like cream of wheat. I've got several number 10 cans of the wheat, so I can make cream of wheat. It's good eating. Breakfast stuff. You can eat breakfast 24 hours a day. Anytime you want, you can eat a breakfast item. But where are you at in your preps? What are you doing in your preps? Got to think about that. No, I have not spoken with Buster. I haven't heard hide nor hair. His phone was not working. His phone he has a he has a government provided phone, and I know that they've been transferring, or they've been transferring funding from homeless Americans to the migrants. They're prioritizing the migrants over veterans and homeless Americans and such. There's only so much money to go around right now, and they're trying to get them settled. So they're backing off on citizens, or so I'm told. You know, don't want to be putting out any false information, but he had a government phone and service through that, and he moves around in his areas in the Midwest, Upper Midwest. Uh, he moves around from different, hotels that house homeless people. He calls them houseless people. Houseless people. And he's in one of these programs at like 300 piece. He gets money from the government, but $300 a month to house a person in a hotel room. It's not a new hotel. It's like a older type hotel that doesn't get a lot of business, and now they're working with the government to house people. There's a lot of that, and I have not. It's probably been a month or more since I've heard from him. I'd have to check. His channel is still up, but it's nothing news on it. Nothing news on his channel. So I don't know if something happened to him, or he basically got shut out, or I don't know. He was all the time complaining about the number of migrants and people in the area where he's at. More and more migrants. He was saying a lot of people from Ukraine. A lot of people from Ukraine. Now they're talking about bringing in people from Palestine, the Palestinians from Gaza. They're talking. There's a couple million of them over there. They're talking about bringing them in and resettling them over here. Well, we're already having problems with those people. All the protesters and counter protesters and all the crap, and all the Antifa and the Black Lives Matter and all the radical protesters. That's all we need to do is bring more of those nuts in. I don't know. Yeah, I think you're allowed a new one. I think they upgrade every year. There's an upgrade. I know somebody. It's been a while since I've talked to her, but she had like a 13. It's the government phone. It's the 13. She had an iPhone 13 that was provided to her. And here I am using a 7. I paid for it. It's paid for. But I'm using a 7. The 15s are out now. So I work. I pay my bills. I pay taxes. I had to send them a pretty good sized check here. Over $3,800 in addition to what they took out. And I'm using old stuff because I'm paying for it. The government's giving out new stuff. And I'm not begrudging anybody anything. God bless them. Belinda's Country Living. Hello, Belinda. Please be in prayer for Uncle Al. He's in the hospital. He's having some issues, health issues, and he's in the hospital right now. Eight in the house, 11 likes. Hello, Belinda. So I tell you, um, I do community wall posts, and I'll try to do at least one a day, but I go for days without doing them. And a lot of times I do stuff like with food. Um, and I don't want to swamp myself with community wall posts because I'd like people to actually look at them. So a lot of times I'll do one community wall post, and then I'll link and shout out 10, 12, 15 channels. And oftentimes it's the ones that have been at my recent, that have identified themselves at one of my recent live streams, you know. So some of you guys get shout out by me all the time. I get link you and I shout you out all the time. I was doing like multiple community wall posts. So like I wanted to link 30, 35 channels. I'd do like maybe 3 community wall posts, and then each post I'd link 10 different channels or 12 different channels, you know. I haven't been doing as much of that lately. I need to put up a new one. I'm going to put up one that's probably going to be crackers, saltine crackers, and what you pay for them. And that'll probably be, and it'll be like I took an image over at Aldi's of a display, and I'll do that. That's a prep you need to have. You buy crackers, they'll last a couple of years. Check the date on them. They'll be good for a couple of years, and they're not that expensive. You get a big box, it's got 4 packs in it. I normally eat about half of a pack with a meal, so I get about 8 meals out of that box, and that box runs $2-ish, $2, right? $2. So in other words, I eat a meal and I'm using about 25 cents worth of crackers, you know. You don't have to spend a lot of money to eat decent food. I've done cooking videos. I have done them. If you want to go back and look at some of my cooking videos, go back a ways. I mean, I've done cooking videos. I don't really have the time and the energy right now. I'm I've got stuff back here I haven't unboxed that I need to do. I need to unbox, open up, and unbox. It's embarrassing. I mean, my friend David, well, he goes Dave, Guru, or he's going Yoda now. Yoda, his name is David. Dave, he sent me a real nice box. He and Echo sent me a real nice box, and I haven't opened it up. I plan on doing an unboxing. He said it was stuff for my kids, you know. And I buy stuff for them. You know, funny thing, I put out lots of money on my students, reward them, you know, bribe them. We're taking Star. You all behave, and at the end of the week we'll have a pizza party, and I'll remind them, you know, and they know because I do it for them. And then I contacted. They call them coaches. Does not inspire me a lot when you've got somebody who's in charge or over, you know, somewhere up in a program, and their coach. You know, doesn't inspire me a lot. Being a former principal, coach is a dirty word when it comes to academics. So, lady said, well, I said, is there any money available? I said, I've been coming out of my pocket since I've been here. Is there any money available? Well, I talked to so-and-so, and you have $100, but you can't buy food or drinks. Now, the district, I'm a RISE teacher. I've RISE on my campus. Each of the secondary campuses have RISE programs. And the high schools have RISE programs. and they have elementary kids in Rise. And the District Rise Academy, which has got kids from all the campuses, it's right next door to my campus. I was over at Sam's one day, and some of their teachers were over there buying all sorts of snacks and goodies and everything. They had a PO from the school district. You know, they're from the Rise Academy. And then I'm being told, oh no, you can't buy any food or drink it. And how much do you think $100 is going to buy? I tell you what, I spend over $100 a month out of my pocket on those kids, buying them stuff. Every time I give one a candy bar, it's a dollar, you know. So that really got me. Oh, but if I already have receipts, I can turn in $150 worth of receipts and they'll reimburse me. But I could only buy 100, but I could turn in $150 worth of receipts. But it can't be for food items, food or drinks. Well, what the hell do you think I buy the kids? You know, what do you think I'm spending on them? They want something to eat. They're hungry all the time. They're all the time hungry. I'm always swiping extra stuff out, or my aides are swiping extra stuff out of the cafeteria that the kids leave on tables. You know, that don't eat stuff, and we take unopened cereals and milks and fruit and different stuff, and trying to feed them because they're always hungry. A lot of times they don't get fed at home, and then I have to listen to that kind of crap. Hillbilly Josh, welcome. I'm sorry, man. I've been on a rant. I've been on a rant. CR, Creative Redundancy, welcome. I wouldn't worry about it, Belinda. I've been rated a C plus on. I've never since I've been looking. I've never been anything but a C plus channel. When I was putting out a lot more content and getting a lot more views, I was still a C plus channel. So I wouldn't worry what Social Blade says. I wouldn't worry about that. I look at Social Blade to see what sort of money supposedly I'm bringing in. How much money am I making YouTube? Because I'm not monetized, and I haven't applied to monetize. I meet the qualifications to monetize. I just haven't done the application, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know. Hey, I just got Speedy Stop Rewards. My daughter put that together for me for she did that for me for my birthday. Speedy Stop Rewards. In that coffee club, you pay like $10 a month to get all the coffee you want to drink. I just got that. I didn't do that. My daughter did that for me. I'm not real good with the tech stuff. I was reading that about that I've got to choose a ad or some such, or I've got to there's a bunch of BS, and then you got that two-step process. Well, I did the two-step two-step verification, but then it's just I don't know. They say it takes 10 or 15 minutes. Well, shit, it's been over a month. I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it yet, but I talk to people all the time, and I, think back to the way things were when I was younger. Heck, I have 2 graduate degrees, like credentials, And my last degree I got in 1995, you know. And the internet came out in 1995. So a lot of the stuff that people do, like Facebook, or they call it Meta now, or Twitter, a lot of these things, I was discouraged from doing it by my district, so I've never done it. I've never had a presence on Facebook, or uh, MySpace before that, or Twitter or Instagram or any of this crap. I've never had any of that stuff. You want to go look for me at that? Knock yourself out, but you're not going to find me. I've had a YouTube channel for about the last 6 or 7 years, 6 years maybe. I've been on YouTube. I haven't been producing content that long, but I've been on YouTube, and that's my social media. And I basically have used YouTube. I used to have cable, and I pay for all sorts of stuff that I don't watch. My wife and my kid do. You know. But I basically just do YouTube, and I look at news clips and such. I don't have faith in the 3, 6, and 10, or ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN. I don't have faith in all that, that crap. All the stuff that's coming out, it really is to a large extent fake news. It's all left-wing news. Everything's got to be on that left-wing slant. And I like a little bit of a balance. I want some fair and balanced. Where's the beef? I am seriously thinking about getting Starlink. I'm thinking about Starlink for my internet. I'm not happy with what I have. I am not happy with what I have at all. 10 in the house, 14 likes. I'm not happy with it. There's a lot of stuff I'm not happy with. And by the way, if you're not subscribed to Uncle Al, Alan Sato de Bullfrog 79, please subscribe him. Give him a subscription. Good man, puts out a lot of good content. The internet just crashed here. I'm back. God bless you, Dave. I'm thinking about coming back there and visiting you. I want to go back there. Got to visit some family. Then I want to see if I can swing by for a day while I'm back there. Spend some time. Ebsis tooth. Oh, God bless you. God bless you. That's horrible. I will tell you, I'm fat and I'm bald and I'm blind, but I have all my teeth. Well, I don't have my wisdom teeth. I had them pulled when I was about 30. Well, 2 of them they pulled, 2 of them they cut. Went to an oral surgeon, put me to sleep gave me a little pill, put me to sleep. When I woke up, I felt like Dracula for about 3 days. As I recall, it was right before Halloween. Took a couple of days off from work. Only work I've ever had done on my mouth, other than have my teeth cleaned. Never had a cavity, never had a filling. Haven't had any other teeth pulled. I have all of them. They're all in there. They're a little yellow because I haven't been to the dentist in a coon's age. Well, how long does a coon live? It's been years. I brush my teeth, you know. I don't floss. I've never flossed. But my father had his teeth. You know, I'm blessed. My mother had horrible teeth. My father had nice teeth. I guess I inherited that from my dad. But I'm so sorry, Holly. Oh, the way things are going, I don't know they'll ever reach it. You know, I don't know that they'll ever reach it. I think he was monetized at one time and he got demonetized. And I don't, I don't know his financial circumstances. He makes out like they're very well to do, and I think possibly the family, there's money in the family. He lives in a nice place, but I don't know, you know, I don't know monetarily how much his income. I figure he probably gets Social Security, maybe a pension. I get a pension when a few years from now, qualify for Social Security. Having my quarters in and everything. But I look forward to being able to get Medicare. In between the Medicare and then my insurance through the state will be a supplement, so it basically cover 100%. So if I have any problems down the road, a few years from now, then it'll cover me. And knock on wood, I hope to basically be like my relatives who lived be past 90, and that gives me. Well, Uncle Howard was a couple of months shy of 3 months shy of 94. It'd be nice if I'm around 30 years from now. Hopefully, the world's around 30 years from now. And he had his mind, but just horrible eyesight and hard of hearing. And they can do stuff for your hearing. Now they can do stuff for your hearing. And as far as eyesight is concerned, they can do stuff for your eyesight. He didn't want to have lens replacement surgery or anything. I really don't want to do that, but eventually I might. My uncle was like 70 years old and he had lens replacement. He had like 20/20 vision. Wasn't even wearing glasses to read. So they're doing lots of stuff to extend people's lives and make the quality of life better. Got to think about that. But I will. Well, it's like, okay. So my friend Yoda, vintage cards. Let me tell a Yoda story. Uh, a previous iteration, Guru and Wahoo the Turtle. He periodically reinvents himself. Guru and Wahoo the Turtle. Great live streams. I mean, and he knows his baseball. He knows his cards. The man is a walking encyclopedia of sports. He knows his stuff. And he would give it out to people, send people packages of stuff, gift it to them, blessings. And to tell the truth, I've never been, yeah, I used to watch baseball and I used to watch football back before all the woke stuff happened and all the kneeling and all the crap, that they were doing. And I get mad as hell, basketball. I get mad as hell about the way things would go and the way that they do, and just the screw ups and everything. And then think about the outrageous sums of money that they give them. And then they waste the money like it wouldn't be. Guy's made $20 million in his career, and he's no longer playing. He's no longer bringing in that kind of money, and then he's broke, or he has to declare bankruptcy, or he has to sell what little bit he has because of mismanagement or waste or whatever. It's stupid. Um, there's a one-hit wonder, a white rapper, goes by Vanilla Ice. He did this song, I think, Ice Ice Baby or Ice Baby or whatever. And he made a lot of money on that one album that was successful. And he invested in a couple of different businesses. So he owns a couple of businesses that make good money, that bring him in money. And he does like remodeling and build home building, remodeling type stuff now. And he's got a couple of businesses. I've seen ads for some of the do like, he's got like a program. But he's smart, you know. He made a certain amount of money and he invested it and he didn't waste it. And he's got a good living from it. And he didn't make near what some of them made. Like I can remember a guy by the name of MC Hammer. And he had everybody in the plant take care of him or take advantage of him. And then he lost $100 million or so, maybe. And then when they asked him what happened, he says, Hammer's got bills. That was his answer. Hammer's got bills. You know. And I can't believe he didn't have a friend or he didn't have somebody or a relative, somebody that was financially responsible, whether they'd ever had $1 million in, worth $1 million or just worth, hard-working person that pays their bills and budgets. Somebody ought to have been able to get him straightened out. They cared enough about him so that they could just make reasonable, just reasonable with the money. Wayne the Ungrateful Peasant. Good evening, Wayne. I need to go over to Wayne's channel and reload on some of his. I love his commentary on what's going on. I need to go visit him. I saw where he put out something that was about 20 minutes long. I need to go watch that. I just hadn't done so. Wayne, Uncle Al Alan Sato is in the hospital right now. He's got some health issues. He contacted me, let me know. Please pray for him. Or if y'all would go over to one of his recent videos or shorts and leave him a comment, leave him a real heartfelt comment. I'm sure it'll make him feel better when he gets around to looking at that stuff. My cousin won $1 million on a scratch-off ticket, just over $600K after taxes. He was broke in less than a year. Yeah. Well. It's horrible. And you know damn good and well the government's going to get theirs first. And they're going to waste it. They're going to waste it. Look at all the trillions of dollars that they're spending, the government spending on infrastructure supposedly and crap. I was looking at looking at a news article, because I still get news sometimes from Corpus Christi, which is a couple hours south of me. I grew up there. It's like a third of a million people, 350,000 people. And they got water issues. So they're planning on building a desalination plant. And it'll be 4 or 5 years before they have it up and running. In the meantime, they're trying to negotiate access to another aquifer. but it'll be they'll the money to build the infrastructure for the piping and everything that they're planning on doing, the temporary plus the desalination is going to come out of the water bill. So they'll add to your water bill to cover that. You know. Now, why didn't the federal government? They're looking at, oh, we're rebuilding infrastructure, we're doing this and we're doing that, we're doing the other. You got some of these big areas that have water issues, like out in California, different places. Why hasn't the government went ahead and used some of that infrastructure money to build desalination? And you're going to spend a couple of $1 billion to build a desal plant. Okay, well, what's that money going to? A nuclear reactor in Georgia just went online. First, they built two in the last 30 years. Reactor 3 and Reactor 4. Reactor 3 activated about a year ago, and Reactor 4 is just activating. And it'll provide power to most of the people in Georgia, North Florida, Alabama, that area. Massive amount of power. Just went online. Why haven't they, seeing how the grid is the way it is, why haven't they built more nukes? They can build clean nukes now. Small nukes, large nukes, medium nukes, portable nukes. Reactors. You know. They've got all sorts of stuff they can do now. Why haven't they been doing it? That's infrastructure. You want all these electric cars? You gotta generate more power than you got now. The grid can't support all the electricity to charge all these batteries. And they don't have the stations for them. It's not cheap trying to install the crap you need to install in your house, in your garage or whatever. You got to really upgrade your system. And you got to have batteries for that too, to store power. They're not thinking this stuff through. They're not thinking this stuff through. SD Mountain Man. Did you get your box today, SD? Killing bed bugs, huh? Did you get your box, son? You know, speaking of building, so was supposed to be here today, but showing tomorrow. Well, a day late. That's good. You know, that's okay. I'm sorry, but there's your government. Um, like right now, they have been building crap, and then they've been discarding it. They built a couple of new class of ships, the Navy, and they barely get them into service, and then they want to get rid of them. These littoral combat ships and such. They got two different, classes of them or whatever they're building. They're shrinking the Navy. They want to retire all the cruisers before they have new stuff out. I mean, the decisions, like they keep wanting to retire the A-10, and the A-10 is the best ground assault or ground attack we have. It's armored, so it's be held to try to shoot it down, and it's real good, and it doesn't cost that much to keep the things running, and they want to get rid of them. They want to, and then they're building these super $1 billion bombers and such. I don't know. The decision making of some of these people are just idiots, and they want to send $91 billion. They just voted on to send overseas, and about $15 billion would build the damn southern wall. But they can't come up with the money for the southern wall, but they can come up with money for all this other shit. You know. Yeah, I don't doubt it. There's a lot of new stuff that sucks, and they're having problems meeting their recruitment quotas and getting the quality of what they need. A lot of patriotic people are basically saying the hell with this. You know, what they're getting is not what you want to try to fight a war with. I don't know. Talk about the dumbing down of the public, or dumbing down of America. A lot of this stuff is planned. You know, a lot of this stuff is planned. I think it's all part of a big plan. They have to f everything up so they can form a one world government. And good for you. Yeah, yeah. Everything's taking longer to build. Um, they come up with something new and then they discard it, or they stop building it. Like, they built three Seawolf class, the best attack sub that's ever been made, and they were planning on building like 30 of them or so. And they built three, and then they abandoned it, abandoned. And then they built this new class of. It's really the size of a cruiser, but they call every damn thing a destroyer. Um, a stealth destroyer, Zumwalt class, and they built three of them, real overpriced, and they keep modifying and changing them. They're going to pull the guns out now, and they're going to put more. Um, they're going to put more missile um, tubes in place of the guns, and they leave a small signature, real small signature on radar, very small signature, like you don't even know what the hell they are. And they just keep playing around with stuff. They keep playing around with stuff. But they've got Elon Musk. One of his companies and one of his inventions, he's got the boring company, which you don't hear very much about. Well, the government's using that technology, and the government's boring all over the damn place, tunneling, and you've got pressurized air. They've climate controlled. They're as they tunnel, they're basically putting your structure, your rib cage, everything's flexible. So if there was a earthquake, it would move. It wouldn't. And they're putting that stuff all over the damn. They're building that stuff all over the damn place, underground, so you can hide stuff, and they can, something happens, they can basically go underground with supplies, and down the road come up, with their people and everything, and try to reestablish. Lots of stuff going on. Like Boeing. Um, they've got their I think they call it Starliner. The damn thing has never flown with people, and they're planning on launching it. They're going to launch it. They spent billions of dollars in the damn thing, and one launch, and they think that they could do 2 launches a year, and everything's disposable. It's not, nothing's reusable, and they want to charge, like $100 million per to, and the stuff that SpaceX has, like 75 million, a lot less expensive, and it's reusable. And they've been launching the damn stuff for years, and they've had people going up in it safe. Knock on wood, haven't had any problems with it. Why do they keep trying to push this Boeing? And Boeing's got a lot of safety problems, and they've had problems trying, with having to redesign this and redo that and everything, and but they keep pushing it, And one of the things about SpaceX and Musk and his companies is that he makes sure that they build everything themselves. Everything is they're not using subcontractors. They're doing everything themselves. And if they find something new, they buy it. They buy little companies, so they have the technology, and they have the they basically incorporate them into their operation. Mr. Whistle, welcome, Mr. Whistle. I have been ranting and not paying attention. Apologies. Yeah, I'm sure they got issues too. I'm sure they got issues too. They have been opening, the government has been opening up ammunition plants. They've been opening up a lot of their older stuff to produce ammunition, shells, ramp up the production stuff, weapons, small weapons. They've been buying up a lot of stuff that was in the civilian market. They're now producing for the military. I don't know. So, if you haven't had a chance to look at my video that premiered yesterday, SD Mountain Man's box, did a premiere video. I released a short. Let me see. SD's box video has 32 views. My short that I just released, Pancakes and Coffee, 4 views in the first hour, and it's a blank screen. It's supposed to be right there. My shorts is showing a blank screen. And it says pancakes, coffee, and you see where it should show an image, blank screen. And I've already I dumped it and I reloaded it. I don't know what the hell is wrong. I don't know if it's YouTube trying to kill me, I don't know if it's just YouTube screwing with me or what the deal is. I don't. I'm really frustrated about it. I really don't know what to tell you. I am frustrated. 18 likes. I don't know. But I'm frustrated about that. I don't do that much content. So when I put out content, I don't like it being screwed up. You know, I'm very unhappy about it. And what do? How do you complain to YouTube? Hey, get your act together. So I may wind up dumping it and reloading it again. I would like to have an image up. There's no image, just blank screen. Blank screen. See? Look at that. Blank screen. I pulled up. It's got the title. Look up above. Blank screen. It's a blank, bloody screen. My last short, which I titled Coffee Talk, 87 views 2 days ago. A lot of my stuff, the algorithm's not pushing it out. I don't know. I feel a rant coming on. So, if you have not done so, and I don't put out a lot of content, so it's not going to burden you, please hit the notifications icon. And hopefully you'll be notified. Sometimes you'll be notified, sometimes you won't. YouTube, I've had people complain about they're not getting notifications for my stuff. But I try to do a few community wall posts here and there. I usually will post preps, items that I think are good buys, that I purchased, that I own, with recommended, pricing and such. I try to steer people to stuff, and then I shout out a lot of channels. Like I've had 17 channels come in today. I had 20 last night. I've had 17 today, and that's not counting people that come back after the fact. There'll be a few that'll come back and leave comments, but I'll do a community wall post, and I'll do a bunch of shout outs to these channels. Check out boom, 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 and I will be doing a 1,600 subscriber giveaway when I hit 1,600 subscribers. I'm 39 short when I started this video. When I started my live stream, I was 39 short. How long that'll take? It might take another year. It might be tomorrow. I don't know. But you need to leave a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos I released in order to qualify to have your name in the hat when I pull it out, and whoever wins will get a good box. They'll have a good first aid kit in it. Okay, Wayne, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. I hear you. Thank you. So, you know, the Boy Scout motto, the Scout motto is be prepared. Prepping, be prepared. Prepping is a marathon, something you do over a period of time. It's not something you do immediately and you get it done. You know, you can go buy for specific, you can go out and buy a bunch of water, you can go buy a bunch of food, and that'll help you. But then there are other things you need to have. The power goes down. You know, you need to make a list. You need to look at people's videos, that they do on preparedness. Look at what do you put in a carry bag? What are preps that you need? You know, got to think about that. You got to make an inventory of what you have, and you got to make a list of what you need. You got to shop it, and you got to budget stuff. Life is good, but it is what it is. And be in prayer for Alan Sato. I'll let you know. I'll do a wall post or whatever, let you know when I find out, more about him. If you have not hit the notifications bell, please hit the notifications bell. Please leave a like for this video. It'll help me. And I will plan on being back tomorrow at 7 p.m. for another edition of Coffee Talk. Thank you and have a blessed day.